In today's episode of Locked On NBA, we're going to talk about the Detroit Pistons and why you should be watching them this season. Let's get into it right now.
You are Locked On NBA, your daily NBA podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hi guys, welcome to another Monday show. I am your Monday host, Josh Lloyd. I'm also the host of the Locked On Fantasy Basketball podcast, so you can check me out over there. Go check out my channel as well. We're here to talk about some of the worst teams in the NBA and why we should be watching them this season. Today's show is brought to you by Sleeper. Sleeper is a new app for fantasy basketball. It is a different way of playing fantasy basketball. If you are playing in a league and you don't want to have to make moves every day, Sleeper might be for you because they have a new format called Game Pick. And what it is for the week, you don't play all of your players' games. You just pick the one that you want. So each player plays one game. So no more unevenness across the matchup. And that might be something that suits what you're looking for in a fantasy basketball app. The app is slick. The app is fat. It's so good to look at. The user functionality, amazing. What a great interface they have. So many different options, whether it's a redraft league, a keeper league, a dynasty league. Sleeper has that all covered for you, and they do it while looking good and being very, very user-friendly. So go to Sleeper, download the app on your phone, and start a league with your mates today. It might be the best thing that you ever do. Go to Sleeper, get that app, and try it out for fantasy basketball season, which is just around the corner. All right, so let's talk Detroit Pistons and bring in the host of the Locked On Pistons podcast, Ku Khahil, is here with me. Ku, welcome back to the show. And the first question, it's a broad question. Why should people watch the team that was one of the worst teams in the NBA last season? Why should they watch them this season?
So I think the easy answer, and I think the obvious one everyone's going to go to immediately, is because Cade Cunningham, obviously the first overall pick, is in Detroit now. So I think he's the easy answer for why you should watch the Pistons. But I think another reason why you should tune in to watch the Pistons is because there's a lot of different storylines that you can be tracking with this team. There's a bunch of different battles going on for starting spots. They have a new, I don't know if I can call it new because it has been around a year now, but they have like this new core now, like the team that you've known for like the past 7 years of like Andre Drummond, Blake, Reggie Jackson, like all those guys. Literally every single member of that team is gone. It's a new era. The longest tenured Piston is Killian Hayes, who was drafted last year. So it's a completely new team full of young guys everywhere you look, of Josh Jackson, Hamidou Diallo, Killian Hayes, Sadiq Bey, Isaiah Stewart, Cade Cunningham. Now you got Isaiah Livers, you got Luka Garza. Like, it's just a team full of young guys everywhere you look. And tuning in to see how each young guy plays out, if any of them turn out to be something. I think there's a ton of things to be looking forward to, even if you're not a Pistons fan.
Yeah, I think the Cade Cunningham one is the obvious one, just to see how the number one pick in the draft goes. I think another one that might be underrated, Ku, is seeing them wear a jersey that might represent that hat that you're wearing there. Maybe the teal horses are coming back this year, are they? Hopefully they're back.
I mean, all of us really want them to. I know. I apparently I'm told that when they were around, everyone hated them. But now that times went by, like, we've been begging for the teal jerseys to return for like years now. So, like I said, I told you before we started up that, coaches showed up to a practice in summer league. All of them were wearing the teal, but they won't say nothing about it. So, like, they're teasing us. I don't know. We hope so, though. We hope we get to see it.
What's happening in the NBA? They're not having the City Edition jerseys this year, is my understanding, but they're doing a 75th anniversary mashup sort of thing. So bringing in past designs, not just exact retros, but past designs and changing them around a little bit. And it would be a massive upset to me if the Pistons one did not include the horse and did not include the teal color in those ones. Because let's be honest, the Pistons City Edition jerseys have not been particularly great over the couple of years. But they bring the teal ones out. Whew, that's going to be a monster thing to see over there at Little Caesars Arena. But I think you're right in terms of just the young players on this team. Like, people will look at this team and you'll have 4 first-round picks starting most likely, with Stewart, Bey, Cunningham, and Hayes on this team. From within the last 12 months, like literally the draft was November in 2020. So you're going to have 4 first-round picks that haven't even been in the NBA for a full calendar year starting on one team. A lot of young guys. Who's the oldest player even on this roster? Is it Corey Joseph?
Is it Corey Joseph? It might be. I don't know off the top of my head. I think it would be like around Corey Joseph or possibly Could Kelly Olynyk even be an answer? He might even
maybe
be up there as well.
Yeah, maybe it is Kelly Olynyk. But yeah, Kelly Olynyk's a fun player to watch as well. He was fantastic for Houston last season, which not many people would have watched down the stretch. He can really bomb it and play some interesting offense with his passing. In terms of the play style this team will run out there, are they a team that's going to be playing it? They're not going to be playing like we're a really bad team, so we've got to slow things down and just make things a defensive slugfest type of scenario, are they?
No, I don't think so. I think that's another reason why you would really like to watch the Pistons. Obviously, I don't think they're going to be that good this year, but their play style, I expect them to be playing extremely fast. They got you already saw some of it in the summer league. Now, obviously, it's summer league, but just like the play style, you already knew what was going to happen with Killian Hayes and Cade Cunningham in your backcourt. You have two guys who are capable of taking the ball down the court and pushing the tempo. Killian loves doing the full court passes. He had a few full court bounce passes this past season that were just like magical, but he absolutely loves getting the ball and racing down the floor. So does Cade Cunningham. You also got Hamidou Diallo, who is one of the best rebounding guards I've seen. And there was a play last year when he grabbed a rebound. It was his first game here. I hadn't watched much of him before, but he grabbed a rebound and he tapped out with it. He tapped it on the glass, and I was like, okay, this guy's for real. And he took it and just went all the way full court. So I think they're going to be extremely fun to watch because of that as well. Anytime they get a stop, anytime they get a defensive rebound, I think they're just going to be pushing it fast down the floor. Because like you said, they don't have Blake no more. They don't have Derrick Rose, even though Derrick Rose likes to play somewhat fast himself. But they don't have these old guys no more. They have a lineup, like you said, of 4 first-round picks who want to run. And I believe I just tweeted this out the other day. Sadiq Bey was in the 90th percentile in transition points. That's from him running the floor and spotting up along the side. Now he got athletes running with him everywhere you look. I think it's going to be extremely fun to watch when they get stops.
And for those that don't know, Hamidou Diallo is a top 10 dunker in the NBA probably. He won the dunk contest a couple of years ago for the Oklahoma City Thunder. So he's a guy that can get up and really throw it down as well. So fun, athletic team. Not going to be afraid to shoot threes as well. With even their center at times with Kelly Olynyk's going to be out there bombing those threes and really spreading things out and providing some real entertainment. So they're not that team that's going to be. Some of the times bad teams are just really, really hard to watch. They are fun, and of course, the Cade Cunningham factor is absolutely massive on this team. Do you expect him, Ku, to win the Rookie of the Year?
So I saw the odds come out the other day, or not the odds. I think NBA players voted or something. I don't know which one it was. And I saw Jalen Green was leading it. I think it's going to be close because I think Cade said this himself that he's going to come to the team. He's not looking to come and just shoot 30 shots and just score inefficiently like rookies do and just get a bunch of stats, whatever, and stack up on that. He's not looking for that. He's looking to come in. He's very mature. He's looking to come and set a culture, play the right way, help get his teammates better. And you saw that somewhat in the summer league. Now I still expect him to get his stats up. I expect somewhere around 17, 5-5 possibly. That's what I think. But I think Jalen Green in Houston is going to be the complete opposite of that. I think he's just going to shoot whenever he touches the ball. And he's probably going to average close to 20 points, if not 20 points a game. So I won't say I expect him to do it because I think the points is what people really look at. I wouldn't be surprised if Jalen Green scores more than him this year. But I think he'll be the best rookie in this class this year, though. I will say that.
Oh, here's a question, which I'm not sure if there's actually an answer to this, but let's try it out anyway. Outside of Cade winning Rookie of the Year, what other Piston would have the highest chance of winning some sort of accolade, whether that's all-rookie team, most improved player, all-star selection, all-NBA, defensive player of the year, all-defense team? Which other Pistons could be in the running for one of those awards?
So I'm actually happy you asked me that question because I literally just made a podcast last week, and I made this bold prediction for for the Pistons season. And this was actually one of the answers. And I'll say that I think it doesn't happen often that they give it to players like this. But my hot take was Killian Hayes winning Most Improved Player of the Year. Now I know they don't usually. Hot. Yeah. I don't think they usually give it to rookies who make a jump into their second year because it's kind of expected. But I made the case that Killian's coming from a different type of point of view because I think everyone outside Detroit basically has already given up on him and just assumed that he sucks, even though he only played 26 games. So the outside perspective on Killian Hayes is that he's not that good. Even though us in Detroit have seen reasons to believe in him still and he's only played 26 games, but look what he did in this, blah, blah. So we see why he could possibly take a jump. So I feel if he does take a jump this second season, everyone outside Detroit is going to be oh my God, this guy actually could be good. We thought he sucked. And the jump that he makes according to people outside Detroit, will seem bigger than it will to like people in Detroit. I feel like, so that's why I think he would have like an outside shot at it if he does take a jump.
Yeah, that is spicy, but your reasoning is spot on because people will just think that he's done. Like he's the worst player in the NBA. He shouldn't be starting. He shouldn't be on an NBA court. That he's out of there. Like people think this already. If he becomes like a solid starting NBA point guard, a top 25 NBA point guard, which I don't think is crazy. I think he's already a top 25 defensive point guard in the NBA. And yeah, his passing ability is there. And if the shots start going in, then yeah, he could surprise people. So that's interesting, Ku. So we'll keep an eye out for that. I don't think we'll hold you to it when we get back to it at the end of the season, but it is something to watch for this Detroit Pistons team. And anything you want to hear about the Pistons, Ku is going to have it covered for you all over on the Locked On Pistons podcast. Ku, thanks for coming on Locked On NBA with me.
Absolutely.